They say adversity builds character, and intense adversity either breaks you or turns you into a killer shark. This short clip is about a Lebanese-American financier, known to all of us, who beat all odds no matter how big the challenges were, and prevailed. We hope this will serve as a role model to follow for all young and even older Lebanese looking to build a successful career outside of Lebanon, as there are so many of them already trying to do so, given the harsh economic conditions that the country is facing today. After graduating with excellence in economics from the American University of Beirut, Ziad Khalil Abdelnour realized there wasn't much Lebanon could offer then, given the country was in the middle of an Israeli invasion and following the assassination of President Bashir Shmail. So he had two choices: either accept the situation and live the privileged life his family offered him by accepting to stay in Lebanon and pray things get better, or create a whole new lifestyle for himself by leaving to America, starting from scratch and striking it big time among the global giants of industry and finance. He opted for the latter. This is who Ziad is, a warrior with extreme ambitions who rejects the establishment and the status quo despite all the privileges he was born with, hailing from a family with long life business and political outreach. Sticking to his thoughts and beliefs, he went on carrying his travel bag, armed with his economics degree and a small amount of money. He got on that plane to the unknown, alone, without family or friends, to start the journey towards his future and to write his own story. The only thought he had in mind is that he will conquer Manhattan. The first years after leaving home were excruciating. Ziad's grief was as great as the distance between the state and Lebanon. Homesickness, cultural clash, you name it. But his obstinance and resilience were limitless. Failure was not an option. Ziad loved Lebanon, but his firmness and love for success and achievement were always stronger. His perseverance and relentlessness, he said, were the reason he was able to achieve his goal of being what he has become today. The start was in one of New York's major banks, where Ziad gradually gained an outstanding reputation for being an astute deal maker until Wall Street opened its doors for him. But it is not until the early 90s that Ziad's career catapulted to new heights. After a decade on Wall Street, he started by advising, financing, sitting on the board of many companies, executing on his strategic advice, etc. And as time went by, the deals became bigger and bigger. And today, Ziad transacts billion-dollar deals, including, but not limited to, project finance, real estate finance, infrastructure finance, and corporate finance for all kinds of situations anywhere on the planet, with minimum funding needs of $100 million, with no limit on the upside. Ziad constantly states that what inspired him most were the greatest robber barons and financiers the United States had created, from JP Morgan to the Rockefellers, Carnegie, to the modern day ones such as Michael Lincoln and the likes, all dubbed as the most famous 300 American financiers in the US history, which he is happy to be part of today, no bragging. In parallel to growing his business career path, Ziad continued his academic journey and got a master's degree in financial engineering from the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania, along with becoming an avid lecturer and writer on finance, international investments, and money, coupling it with a deep involvement in the world of American politics, particularly with the Republican Party and its power brokers and decision makers since the early 2000s. And even with all these successes on all fronts, Ziad never detached himself from his country and family. The opposite was right, as he was becoming more and more attached to his family as time passed. The times were very difficult for him when his dad passed away and he couldn't be there. It has always been so hard for him to be far from his mother that he misses and loves dearly. On that same note, and throughout his illustrious career, Ziad always stayed involved in Middle Eastern affairs and became one of the well-known writers in that area. He even wrote alongside one of the most important and controversial American writers of this century, Daniel Pipes, about ending the Syrian occupation of Lebanon and tackled topics that gained great attention in all media outlets. And as one of the many attempts to help his country, Abdelnour founded the US Committee for a Free Lebanon back in 1997, which defines itself as the cyber center for pro-Lebanon activism, as Abdelnour believes that the Lebanese diaspora, including himself, has the ability and resources to save Lebanon in a major way, though permanent corruption and lack of planning prevents those patriots committing to Lebanon yet. Bottom line, for Ziad, success is all about empowering people. He doesn't look at it as making money, but as betting on the right horses and on the right people who can execute flawlessly. It's all about execution. It's not about generating ideas. Ideas are a dime a dozen. But the people who can execute those ideas are the people who succeed, while those with an oversized ego and attitude fail. Make no mistake about it. He keeps stating, money is first and foremost about freedom. It's not about acquiring things and flaunting them in front of family and friends. It's all about freedom. Freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want. Freedom to tell your boss or whoever is running your life to take a hike. A lot of things motivate him, but at the end of the day, it's making a difference. Remember, Niccolo Machiavelli, one of the most challenging things in the world is to change the order of things. Ziad is just a disruptor who likes to change the order of things for a smarter and better word, and he will never rest until it's done. The problem today is that people focus too much on jobs. Jobs, we've created X job, we lost Y jobs. That's not the way to look at things. Governments should focus more on creating an environment that's conducive to wealth creation, not on creating a factory of jobs employing robots. The one-sentence piece of advice Ziad would like to give to anyone who wants to become a successful entrepreneur and capitalist. Be relentless, because you're going to find a lot of obstacles, and 99% of the people will give up. Be patient. Overnight success is 15 years. Stay healthy and know how to manage stress. And finally, seize an opportunity while you can.